Hey, welcome to Power Players. Every week I come to you to bring somebody to you in power that could be an example. The people that I brought that have sat in this studio are people that are unselfish and proven commodities. Today I have Lewis Howes with me. This guy's awesome, 32 years old, great story. He's asking himself every day the same thing that I would suggest you guys ask yourself: are you doing enough with your life? And he's come out with a book, number one for 2 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list.
It's on the New York Times bestseller list for 2 weeks in a row. Not number one.
Yeah.
Number three the first week.
Okay, all right. So whatever, dude. Look. The number one book might be some romance novel.
It's insane, yeah.
And he might know something about romance. I don't know if he does or not. He's got a nice cologne on today. But The School of Greatness is the book. Okay, The School of Greatness. See, for me, I could get the money's worth. I know it's in Amazon. It's
$14.50 on Amazon.
Yeah. I saw it at $15.99. To me, it wouldn't matter. Like if Lewis, if I just had this sitting around and all I saw on my desk was The School of Greatness and I never read the book, I'd know, hey, dude, that it would remind me, just the title. Hey, what am I doing with my life, man? Right. Am I in the School of Greatness? Am I learning from great people? And that's why I do this show called Power Players, to bring to my audience people like you and others that have proven themselves in the marketplace. Let me just tell everybody a little bit about you, all right? Well, dude, we're going to do it in the interview, but I mean, it's awesome what you're doing. It's awesome. You're all over the place, and I know you got a great comeback story. Yeah. So, welcome to Power Players.
Thanks, man.
Who is Lewis Howes? I mean, before the book, little kid Lewis Howes.
Who was? I mean, I was
8 years old.
I was a scared little kid.
Oh, really?
But I had a lot of fun, and I just wanted to be playful and be noticed. I think a lot of us as kids, we just want to be noticed and be seen for the gifts and the talents that we possess. And that was me. I wanted to be noticed, but I struggled a lot as a kid. I mean, my parents were constantly fighting. It wasn't very safe at home. I didn't feel like emotionally.
So for me, what was going on at home?
I mean, my parents just got married at 19, 20 years old because my mom got pregnant with my older brother. I was the youngest of four, and they just never fully happy. I don't think they wanted to be
weren't
married.
happy.
They stayed together because of the kids.
Yeah.
But it wasn't their dream to be together. And so that tension was always there.
Yeah, you could feel it.
Always. I mean, it was arguing or fighting.
Other kids?
Doors. Yeah, 3 older siblings. Yeah.
And there was physical abuse going on?
No physical abuse, but just I think emotional tension is actually more stressful than physical sometimes. Yeah. So for me, it was, I always wanted to figure out what my gift was. My siblings were really talented. My brother's the number one jazz violinist in the world.
Oh, wow.
Today.
Wow.
He plays all over the world. He played with Les Paul for 10 years. And my sisters are very talented. My parents are very talented and gifted musicians. And I always wanted to figure out what's my gift, what's my talent. And early on, I felt that sports was that. That's something I could attach on.
And how old are you when you have this memory, when you're talking right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in middle school. And I started to kind of develop my body. I was like a goofy kid.
You're a big guy, dude.
I was this tall when I was like 11, 6'4".
Okay.
I was this tall when I was about 11, 12 years old.
Man, if I was 6'4", I'd be a millionaire.
Well, I am. So.
Okay. All right.
You are at 5'10".
Okay.
So it was when I started to play sports, I really started to say, okay, here's a gift that I can show to the world and get noticed for. And I put all my energy into sports. Middle school, high school, college, and that was the dream, to be a professional athlete.
And what happened?
I went to play college sports. I was a 2-sport All-American in football and the decathlon, and then I made an arena football team, played for a season, got injured, broke my wrist right here, had a surgery, and my life changed from that moment. I was 23 years old, sleeping on my sister's couch for the next year and a half, no college degree, no skills other than playing sports, never worked a job in my life except for truck driving for a few months, some car parts back and forth from Columbus to Cincinnati, and some part-time things here and there, but never had any backup plan. I went all in on sports, and I gave it everything I had, never had a backup plan. And it was that year and a half, 2-year journey of discovery, of figuring out what I was going to do next, where I really developed even more skills to get to where I'm at today.
So that early childhood thing about stuff going on in the house, how does that serve you, and then how did it hinder you? And then how did you break through, dude? I mean, and when have you broken through?
I'm still breaking through. Every day it's like a constant journey of discovery and making sure that I'm not triggered or my ego doesn't flare up or that I'm not resentful of certain things and situations. So it's
You're not triggered? What are you worried about? You worried about being triggered?
Triggered, like
What's
emotionally triggered.
What happens to you if you're triggered, man?
I get angry, man.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'll get like, especially in sports. Like I used to get really triggered. If someone would be dirty with me or say certain things,
Yeah.
I would want to fight them. And luckily in football,
This guy could go off at any time.
No, I'm much calmer now.
Yeah.
But luckily in football, I was able to get my aggression out in a safe way. And not hurt anyone.
Yeah. It gave you a field, a playing field to really put it out
with
there.
safe boundaries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm
but how does that? That's what, I guess you're 32, so 24 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You kid, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like, did you have something that says, man, I want to be out in front of people? It sounds like you did.
I did. I was one of those
When was that first thing where you're like, dude, I want people to recognize me?
Probably when I was 5 or 6, when I was watching Ohio State football with my dad. We would watch on Saturday afternoons. And I would see the commentators talk about the All-Americans, all the guys on the Ohio State team, the legends who would come back. And I was like, I want to be one of those guys.
Because what? You wanted to be the ball player? You wanted to be a commentator? Or you just wanted to be noticed?
I wanted to be one of the players who got noticed, who made the big plays, who were like the legends. I wanted to leave a legacy.
Dude, listen, that's it right there, baby. We found the Holy Grail, okay? Find your legacy, man, your greatness.
Yeah.
The book is The School of Greatness. This is Lewis House. He's with me today on Power Players. One day I want to be interviewing you, but today it's this guy. Stay with me. We're going to come back and he's going to talk to you about how to go from a sister's couch to the School of Greatness.
An internet marketer, network marketer, internet entrepreneur, or business owner, pay attention to this offer. CPA, known as Cost Per Action, promotes offers to top companies via paid traffic platforms. Imagine positioning yourself as the dominant player in your industry all over the internet, with people seeking you out for job opportunities, your product, and your service, while increasing your income to over 6 figures in 9 months. The Millionaire Mastermind will show you how. Learn through us with step-by-step digital instructional programs, free weekly webinars, and 24/7 customer support. The Millionaire Mastermind is the go-to expert for all resources and training to thrive in this industry. And it all starts with our free 6 Figures to 9 Months webinar. Sign up for your free 6 Figures in 9 Months webinar at themillionairemastermind.com/6 figures. That's themillionairemastermind.com/6 figures. Learn to sell, and you can have everything you want in business and in life. New York Times bestselling author and international sales and business expert Grant Cardone is now releasing a never-before-seen recording of the Monterrey, Mexico Sell or Be Sold seminar. Thousands were in attendance for this event and paid over $800 per ticket. And we are releasing it to you today for only $199 as an on-demand video seminar. When you invest today, you also receive the ultimate Sell or Be Sold package, including the Axiom Gold Award-winning Sell or Be Sold hardcover book, the Sell or Be Sold MP3 with over 12 hours of content, the digital video quick read book for your on-the-go needs with access to 21 exclusive videos, the massive Sell or Be Sold course workbook to solidify your entrepreneurial growth, and the companion trainer's manual for the course workbook to help your team master the sales process. Get access right now at grantcardone.com/Sell or Be Sold. That's grantcardone.com/Sell or Be Sold.
Welcome back to Power Players. Grant Cardone. Every week I deliver to you, because I love you, somebody in power. This cat right here, we're talking on break, man. If you'd have got the freaking nuggets on the breakers. Look, be everywhere, folks. You got to be everywhere. This guy's an example of that. And I was just telling him on the break, his book right now is The School of Greatness. He's out. You got to get it. Go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, go wherever books are sold. And get it because it's talking about greatness. And on the break we were talking about, I said, dude, you got to be everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing right now. He's everywhere right now.
Someone left a comment on your screen a few minutes ago saying, I saw him on Gary Vaynerchuk's show, I saw him on Ty Lopez, I saw him on Rich Roll.
Right.
Now he's on Grant Cardone, he's everywhere. And that's been my strategy is when you've got something you believe in, a dream, and I know you do this. When you've got a book, a project, whatever, a message, you got to be everywhere, at least when you launch it, to get the buzz out, to get the word out. So many people don't fight for their dreams. They create something and then they just hope that people are going to come to them. You've got to be willing to put yourself out there. You're the best example of this because you are unapologetically putting yourself out there in a powerful way. You don't care if people hate you, love you, as long as they know you.
Just know me, baby.
I know.
Just know me. I don't care. I'm running for president of the United States, man. And I operate like I have. I'm running for president, but I don't have a PAC fund behind me.
Right.
So look, you got to be out there every day. Look at Donald Trump. What Donald Trump?
He's crushing it. Huh? He's crushing it. People hate him, but he's everywhere.
Love me, hate me. I guarantee when you go to that booth, and it's going to be two names in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be two names. It's going to be Hillary, and let's say it's Trump. I guarantee you, because of the amount he has been seen
so much
on TV, love him or hate him,
he might win it.
There's going to be a draw to that Trump name. You see it on the plane. Anyway, the point is, today we're not talking about Trump today. We're talking about how you can trump up to greatness.
There you go.
Lewis Howes, this guy's awesome, man. He's an awesome dude. He's got a great story. 23 years old. He's busted, broke. His dream is crushed.
Yep.
There's no chance he's going back to sports. He's worried about getting triggered. So, dude, what happened, man? You're 8 years old, 6 years old. You want to be noticed. You want to be great. You want to be somebody. How does a guy build that? How did you build people now knowing you?
Yeah, I mean, from then it was just finding the right environment, the right coaches, the right training to become the best athlete I could be to get to that dream. Then when that was over, I knew I still wanted to inspire people. As a kid, I wanted to make people feel better about themselves. I wanted to inspire them through my athletics. I wanted to perform on the field where people would come out to watch me play and say, wow, that was an incredible play. He just went through all this adversity and made that play. I feel like I can do that in my life.
Right.
That's the symbol.
Because that's a bigger game, really, than
sports. It's a bigger game.
Would
it's
you
a bigger
agree?
game, of course. I wanted to inspire people who watch me.
Yeah.
And when I was done with that, I remember I went to I don't know if you're a fan of Tony Robbins or not, but I respect what he's created. It's incredible what he's built.
Unbelievable marketer.
Unbelievable. When I was 16, I went to my first big event, and it was a Tony Robbins event. And I remember it was in St. Louis, Missouri, about 15,000 people in this arena. Donald Trump was actually there speaking, Larry King Live, all these other people were speaking there. And I remember the inspiration that he created, whether you believed him or not, the inspiration he created was so powerful, and people took action in their lives. And I remember at one point he walked down to the middle of the arena. I was sitting about halfway back in the arena on the floor level. He walked down and stood right next to me, about this close. And I don't remember what he said or what he did, but I remember the way he made me feel. And his energy was so powerful and magnetic.
Yeah.
He didn't even look at me, but he was just standing there, and I was like, whatever he has, I want to create that for people in the world. I don't care what it is, but I want to inspire people.
Yeah.
And at the time, that was sports. And then when that was done, I said, I want to create information. I want to teach people. I want to write books and do things that are that catalyst for people's inspiration. And I said, who do I need to become? What type of results do I need to create to have the backing, to have the credibility so that I can create a book or create a podcast or create something where people will be inspired by it, where they'll listen, where they'll buy. Who do I need to become? And that's what the last 8 years has been, getting results, having smaller goals every 3 to 6 months, achieving those goals, and then building momentum along the way.
Yeah. So when you're looking at smaller goals, when you're 23, you're broke.
Yeah. First goal was to get off my sister's couch.
You went and saw you started doing some of the self-improvement stuff at what age?
A lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
What was that 20? When did you make your okay, I got to shift now? Because you're 23, I imagine there's some point in time where you're feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
Crying.
For about a year
I don't want to be on my sister's couch, I'll tell you right now. If you're on your sister's couch, get off.
It sucks.
If you live with your mommy and daddy, you need to move out, okay? I'm telling you, you need to move out. You need to put yourself in harm's way.
Yeah.
Because you are in harm's way, stay on with mom.
Of course.
You agree with that?
Absolutely.
Dude, you got to get out, okay? And if your mama says, no, don't do it, she's wrong, I'm right, leave. Leave. Run for your life, man.
Yes.
Run as fast as you can, because you're not going to get to the school of greatness in mommy's house.
No, on your sister's couch.
Mommy and daddy's job, would you agree, is to protect you.
Of course.
It is not to push you out like they do in the wild animal jungle.
Yeah.
They push you out and say, get out of here, go fly.
Yeah.
So how do you make the transition from broke dude to saying, I'm going to take my first step?
Well, for our first year, it was kind of just like watching TV and being, depressed with myself and not doing anything. But then I said, okay, I have a decision to make. I can be stuck here for a long time, or I've got the next 60, 80, however many years left that I can make something in my life. And what's the legacy I want to leave now? And the thing about a lot of ball players, pro athletes, a lot of them live off their previous legacy. They don't create something when they're 28, 30 when they retire.
Right.
And they live off of their glory days.
Right.
And I was like, I don't have glory days. You know,
Yeah.
I played arena ball. I didn't even play the NFL. So what can I create from this moment? And I found a couple of key mentors early on who challenged me. I realized from sports that I did really well under structure, under pressure, and under a goal and a challenge. Without that structure, without that coaching, without that goal, what was I striving for? So I had a few key mentors. I said, I want you to challenge me and give me a challenge every single week on how I can improve this.
Was this in person, over the phone? Or?
In person,
okay.
yeah. In Columbus, Ohio, so some local mentors of mine there.
Business people? Or?
Yeah, business entrepreneur.
Yeah.
One was, had a business, an entrepreneur who'd also written a number of books, who helped me write my first book. Another one was a professional speaker who got paid to do speaking. And I said, I know I want to be able to speak and present my message in public someday to move people, but I was terrified to speak in public at the time. So he guided me into doing that, and so on and so on.
So the first challenge for you was what?
Was to get off my sister's couch and be able to afford an apartment. I was like, how can I make enough money to make to pay my own rent? That was the first challenge.
And
that was
so-
my first goal.
So you went and got a job?
I didn't
When's the
get a
last
job.
time you had a job, dude?
Playing arena football?
You've never really had a job.
That was my job. Never.
This guy's
had one.
never had a job.
Never
You
had
don't
a job.
conform, or you worried about triggering? You worried about the trigger?
No. I don't.
Huh?
I don't conform. I always wanted to be,
Yeah.
do things differently. And I always wanted to create a lifestyle of my dreams. And when I got a taste of the pro athlete lifestyle, it was like, wake up, go train for 2 hours, go watch some game film for a couple hours. You have the rest of the day off. I was like, this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, but that's a bit of a fantasy, dude. I mean,
It's
nobody's
fantasy.
going to do that.
But not go work
love
for
that, man.
something that I didn't fully love. And I'm not saying go working for a job is
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
If I believe in it, cool.
Yeah.
But
Hey, we're talking about designing your life, creating your legacy, and not living in the past. Stay with me. We're coming back to talk to Lewis House about how you can build the life you want.
Owning a home has many elements that have to be looked after. One of the most important elements is comfort, and your heating and air conditioning is priority. That's why we stop at nothing to provide on-time service and expertise for all of your heating and cooling needs. We are the comfort experts. We have the solution for all of your trickiest heating and air conditioning needs. That's why we brought you our show, The Comfort Experts. Every week we bring you tips and tricks to improve your home and bring you peace of mind with our quality service tips for home heating and air conditioning for your home improvement. That's onehouраircarolinas.com today. Are you looking for ways to raise funds to increase your local impact? If you're a nonprofit, church, civic group, school, or individual, Funds to Org's Shoe Drive fundraiser helps your cause raise funds while supporting micro enterprises in developing nations. Funds to Orgs provides at no charge the tools you need to create a successful no-calorie fundraising event. Just engage your supporters to collect gently worn, used, and new shoes. We'll transport the collected shoes and issue a check back to you within 48 hours of processing. Sign up now at fundstoorgs.com. That's fundstoorgs.com. If you want success in business and in life, you must learn to sell. It's a way of life. You learn to predict outcomes, you help your customers, and you take massive action. Available now is New York Times bestselling author Grant Cardone's Sell or Be Sold package that gives you everything you need to know to get your way in business and in life. Get the hard copy Axiom Business Award-winning book, the 15 CD audio program, video digital quick read, the Sell or Be Sold MP3 with over 20 hours of content, the Sell or Be Sold workbook and trainer's manual, and a never-before-seen 3.5-hour Sell or Be Sold seminar delivered by Grant Cardone, available for you to watch on demand 24/7. This over $1,200 value is available right now for only $199. Get your package at grantcardone.com/sellerbesold. That's grantcardone.com/sellerbesold.
Hey, welcome back. We got music going because Lewis House is in the house. This guy right here, the book is The School of Greatness, man. This guy has come from, not a great childhood, right? To 23 years old, busted, broke. His dream is out. It's not going to happen. And then he's picking up the pieces. In the last 8 years, this guy goes from his sister's couch to and hopefully his name. Me and him have hooked up on a number of podcasts. I know I'll come back and do something with you
Many more.
again.
Yes.
So Lewis, look, let's say there's a guy out there or a gal out there. They're not thinking about legacy. They're not thinking about making people feel better, even though I think everybody does want a legacy and everybody really does want to make people feel better.
Yeah.
How do you get through a guy to say, dude, design a life, or you're probably not going to enjoy your life?
I think you just got to start asking the questions. Like, what is it you really want? What is it you really want? How do you want to feel every single day? And what is something you really enjoy doing? Most people don't get the results they want in life because they're not clear on what they actually want in the first place. You ask a lot of entrepreneurs, I'm sure a lot of the young kids who come on here and listen, they're always like, well, I'm not sure what my dream is, or I'm not sure what my passion is. And I think you got to get clear on what that is. And that doesn't mean you have to know what your dream is for the rest of your life, or like something you're to create for the rest of your life. But what do you want to do like in the next year? Like, what do you want to do now? What do you love doing right now? And if you don't love it anymore, I talk about business as in seasons. You know, our life is in seasons. Sports, there's seasons. And just because I loved playing baseball my entire childhood, every single year from T-ball until my junior year, at the last game my junior year, I was just like, you know what? I don't love this sport anymore. And so in the off season,
what happened though that you didn't love it anymore?
You know, I had a number of injuries. Like the coaches, it was just like it wasn't fun anymore. And I was like, why am I training?
Were you not doing as well in it?
I mean, our team just wasn't winning. So it's just like,
okay. So look, this is what I want to. We got to kill this. I got a call coming in. Just hit decline.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to. This is what I believe. Okay. I think it's not about the kid not being clear. There you go. I don't think it's about the kid not being clear about what he wants to do, because most of my life I am not clear about what I want to do. And so when I asked him, hey, when you quit liking the game, what happened? We weren't winning.
Yeah. But sometimes even when you are winning, you don't like the game. Something else, it may be like it's too much of a business, it's too much work or whatever. Or it's just like, I've been doing this for 30 years now. I don't want to do something else.
Okay, so I'm winning, but it's the same winning over and over. To me, that's not winning. I need to win in a new stadium.
Evolving,
So let's say I'm the best team in my little town, or the best businessman in my little town. Sooner or later, that's going to get old, man.
Exactly.
I need to win in another town. I need another game, a bigger game, right?
Yes.
So do you think that could have had something to do if you guys were going to a state championship or to the pros, or
I might have kept in it. Yeah, who knows?
And if you would have started bringing in more talent around you, a better coach, and
of course, it might have been amazing.
I just think that most of the time I'm not clear on what I want to do or how to do it.
Right. But usually clear on the numbers you want to hit, the goals you have for each year. You know, you're not just like, let's just make the most we can. You're probably specific about that, right? Or,
well, money really hadn't come up in this conversation.
Gotcha.
So for me, see, when you start talking to me about legacy and designing my life and what I'm going to leave, like, dude, all of a sudden I start getting excited because I know in my case, it's possible for me to leave something.
Yes.
You know, because I've been doing the groundwork and I do have some money. Now you brought up money, so how important is money to the person listening out there?
Well, I think what's most important is following your dreams. Because if you don't follow your dreams, and you're not going after the thing you love the most, or you're not doing something you love every single day the most, then you're not going to be able to produce the greatest work that you can produce in your life. If you don't fully love what you're doing, it's hard to consistently produce the best results you can and feel great about it.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.
But okay, let's say I'm a musician. I love music.
Yes.
Right?
If you love it, so the goal is to be able to do what you love and make money. You got to make money around it.
So how do I do that? Because at some point I'm going to be compromising myself. If my art's not paying me, then I'm going to be a waiter.
You got to learn.
And I'm going to hate being a waiter.
Yes. The goal is to do what you love every single day and make money around that. That's what I'm teaching people. That's my mission right now.
So how do I do that, dude? How do I do that? I want to be an artist. I want to be a musician. I want to be a ball player.
Yeah. You got to promote.
I'm 57. How am I going to make money playing ball?
You got to learn to be a senior. You got to learn to tell your story. You got to learn to tell your story and become an incredible marketer. And a lot of people don't love to hear that, because here's the thing. Speaking about artists, I'll tell you a perfect example.
Yeah.
My brother is the #1 jazz violinist in the world.
Yeah.
And he has built an incredible business around this. He has 30 different streams of income. He's hustling like a machine.
Yeah.
There's no way he should be making money as a jazz violinist. There's like 4 of them. No one cares about jazz violin. But he has built, multiple 6-figure business every year around it. And he says this to me all the time. He's like, I find the most talented musicians all over the world who make nothing.
Yeah.
It's because they think they're not supposed to promote their work.
It's
like they think that they're just supposed to be locked up in a room or go to a bar and perform, and that some talented rep is going to find them and then make a CD for them. It's not going to happen.
That marketing's not art somehow.
No, it is necessary if you want to build a business
Yeah.
around your dreams. You've got to learn how to become an incredible marketer and promoter around your passion.
Yeah.
And that's something that I learned early on when he would finish a set in front of 25 people at a jazz club where he's making $50 that night. He would go around afterwards and take his CDs in a box and go around and say, thank you so much for being here. Will you buy my CD?
Yeah.
He'd put it in their chest and wait until they made a decision. If they said no, he'd be like, awesome, thank you for coming.
Right.
Next. Every one of them, I watch this every single night, him fight for his dream, his family, his kids.
Which meant money, right?
Which meant money.
See, so tell
Yes.
these guys, okay?
Yes.
Hey, dude, part of the thing, because you've given me, right now, if I was them, I'd be like, okay, do I follow my dreams?
You follow
do I
your
do
dream?
what I want to do?
Yes.
Do I need to be clear first? Or
Yes.
do I go out and find something I'm doing, win at it, and get some money for
Yes.
that?
I think that being clear of how much do you want to make,
Oh,
the
got it.
results you want to have.
I want to make as much as I can.
That's yeah, but give me
Or
specifics.
worse, I want to make what I pay every month. I want to pay for my
Right.
bills. That's
Yeah, I mean, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck in that position every month. But get clear. I talk about giving yourself a scary big dream from 6 to 12 months. Don't talk about 5 years out the line. That's too hard to be consistent and sacrifice what it's going to take every single day to work that hard 5 years from now. Think about in the next 3 to 6 to 12 months, break it up that way. What's a big scary goal financially that I can make? If you're an artist, a musician, a big scary goal would be like, how can I make $5,000 in the next 30 days? Like,
Right,
how am I going to do that? Okay, let me get really creative and think outside
Yeah.
of the box. What can I do? How can I sell music on iTunes, on Spotify? How can I create something? How can I do a class on Udemy.com?
Dude, how can I go
create-
to a street corner and just start singing
work
and begging
all day.
for money, dude? Just
Those
begging.
New York street artists, they're making a couple $100 a day
Dude,
easily.
totally, dude. Like I'm like, guys want money?
Hustle,
I mean,
work.
are you guys not confronting the issue that you need money? Like
gotta
you
work.
need money, man. What if somebody says, "Hey, I want you to come do a gig, but we don't have any money to pay you, but you're going to be in front of freaking Bocelli or something."
Yeah. Then you figure out a way
You
to
need
say,
some money, man.
You got to figure out a way, how can I bring my CDs? Can I get them on my email list
Yeah,
and
yeah,
follow
yeah,
up with them and sell
yeah.
my stuff afterwards?
Yeah.
What can I do to go
Or
around
can
and
I
reach
just
for-
get discovered?
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you go to the street corner? I challenge everybody to go to the street corner. You want a power player move? You want a
There you go.
freaking sick move that you have later
Yeah.
to tell a story on this network? Go to the street corner if you're a musician or an artist and start doing your do your
Yeah.
deal, whatever your deal
You
is,
love poetry, do that. If you're a
And get
painter, do the same thing. Yeah.
and stay there till you get $1,000.
There you go.
Okay,
That might take a
I
while.
could,
Yeah.
I could go get it. I could go get it in 30 minutes.
There you go.
Because I'd go down there with the intention, man. The intention.
Yes.
Because you said, man, you got to be able to tell a story. Learn to tell a story.
Yes.
But what's the story, dude?
It's your story.
I know, but most people don't have a story because they're not doing anything. Laying
true.
on your sister's couch.
That's a story.
It
That's
is a story now.
I used to be an
But it wouldn't
athlete.
be a story, dude, had you not got up.
Yeah, but during it, my story was I used to be a professional athlete.
Good.
And now I lost my dream. I'm in a cast right now. When I was
Yeah.
in this cast, I was like, I'm in a cast.
Yeah.
And I was speaking at Toastmasters. I would go every single week.
You
in
got
a cast
up,
like
dude.
this. But I was like, I have nothing to give right now.
Right.
But my goal is to get to here. And I'm taking the steps every single day to make it. And here's where I was. I have nothing right now, but I'm committed to creating this.
See, there, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But you'd gotten up.
I got up slowly.
This guy's a power player, man. I'm telling you, what do you got to do right now? Okay.
Whatever it takes.
I like that too. You got to get up, dude. You guys got to get up. You know what? I've done pretty well in my life,
Of course you have.
and I have to keep getting up.
Every single day. You
Right.
could be.
You know anybody who hustles more than me, dude?
You're at the top, man. You're at the top.
Dude,
you're leading the way. Like I said in the book, you're leading the way for all the young hustlers.
Okay, the book, by the way, the book, man. You got to get the book. School of Greatness. It's Amazon. They're
on
freaking
Amazon right
giving the book away.
yeah, it's like 14, 15 bucks.
It's stupid, right?
Yes.
It's ridiculous what they're charging for the book. It's a $29 book. You're getting it
Yep.
for half price.
Yep.
Yeah, $29.99.
the New York Times bestseller right now, 2 weeks in a row.
Lewis House is about making the School of Greatness.
And here's what you'll love about
A
this.
real world guide to living bigger, loving deeper, and leaving a legacy.
That's what I know you
Who
love.
are you? Oh, I love that, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I want to be in the Walt Disneys, the Steve Jobs.
Yes.
I'm not even thinking about my life right now. I'm thinking about 100 years from now, will people read my books
Mm-hmm.
and say, dude, or will 100 years from now, 50 years from now, people say, hey, man, that guy, that was my Uncle G.
Right.
What am I going to call you? You my nephew, huh?
Sweet Lou.
Sweet Louie. Okay, look, you got to follow him. It's Lewis House on Twitter. You're on Facebook.
Lewis House, Instagram, Twitter.
He's
Periscope,
everywhere.
everywhere.
He uses the same name, okay, with no underscores.
Nice.
Lewis Howes, Howes. The book is The School of Greatness. Man, I'm begging you guys. You know how I believe in reading, learning, taking it to the next level. This guy will be your mentor in this book. How many pages is it?
250, I think.
250 pages.
270,
Okay.
around there. It's just a quick read.
He signed mine for me, and I guarantee I'll probably eat this thing tonight. I'll just devour it tonight. Okay. Follow your dreams. Learn to tell a story. If you don't know how to tell a story, first get one.
Yes.
Right.
I would also say, don't follow your dreams. Fight for your dreams.
Wow, I love that.
Because you can follow it and say, oh, well, it's not working, so I'm just going to give up. You've got to fight for what you love every single day and do whatever it takes to make money around your dreams so you can survive and thrive. Any
of you that buy the book today, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to send you my notes for my interview.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to date it, sign it. How can we get validation?
If they get a copy right now, on Amazon,
you can post it in comments at Grant Cardone TV.
You can do that, or you can email my support email, and then I can follow.
And then we'll pick out of the list, and we'll give somebody the notes or a copy. Maybe I'll give everybody.
Yeah, I'll give everybody if you give it to me, I'll send everyone to it, or send it to you. So support at schoolofgreatness.com.
Lewis Howes. Where's this?
Support at schoolofgreatness.com. To email your receipt from Amazon if you buy the book.
Tell you what you do. We're going to make it simpler for you because you guys all know me, okay? Send it to gc@grantcardone.com, gc@grantcardone.com, because you guys know that's my public email.
There you go.
Show me the little thing that you bought
from Amazon.
The receipt from Amazon, and then I will, for each of you that do that, I'll send you the list of notes that I took today, dude. I'll give them to you right now, though, so everybody feel better, make people feel better. Don't live off the glory days. Build a legacy. Design your life. Ask the question, dude. Who are you? What are you? And what do you want to do?
What do you stand for, too?
Don't just follow your dreams. Fight for your dreams. Learn to tell a story and build a story. Market yourself, okay? Big dreams, baby, 6 to 12 months. And fight for them, okay? What else would you tell people? Last thing.
You know, this book is built up of 8 principles. It's not about me, it's about the people I've brought on, and you're one of those people, so thank you. You're actually mentioned in the back of the book.
I did, that's awesome. Thank you, man. You're going to make me
This is the 8 principles from all the people I've interviewed, from the top of their game, from every different type of industry. What has made them great? One of the first principle is having a clear, powerful vision of what you want your life to look like. And also a vision for your finances, health, relationships, everything. That's what all great leaders have, a clear vision.
I agree.
The last principle, which I think is the most important, is live a life of service. And so many people are fighting for their dreams, they're going after what they want, and it's in some ways selfish, but a lot of people aren't figuring out how to give back at the same time.
Yeah.
And you're constantly giving back with free information, free. You invested millions of dollars in all the stuff you've created to give to people for free because you're leaving a legacy and living a life of serving other people, millions of people around the world. And because you're in service to other people as opposed to just yourself, you're building a huge legacy.
Yeah.
So make sure whatever you're doing, yes, it's going to be selfish for your own needs and your dreams, but make sure you're giving to other people at the same time.
Yeah. And my friend Bob Duggan, who told me once, he's like, dude, you do a lot of this stuff, you know? I said, yeah, I know, I do it for free. And I kind of said it like, I do it for free. And he's like, dude, you're getting paid.
Right.
It might not be money, but it's
coming back to
energy,
you.
it's goodwill, people pulling for you.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's doing a great job. He's a true power player. He's out there making himself known. He's building his story, telling his story. He's helping people. He's giving back. He's building a legacy. Follow him. Get the book today. If you send me an email, gc@grantcardone.com, gc@grantcardone.com, I'm going to send you a copy of my notes. I'm going to date it. I'm going to have Lewis sign it. I'll make a copy of it, send it to you. You guys be great. Hey, I look forward to the day you're sitting in the chair Lewis is sitting, and I interview you as a power player. Until then, and next week, is Grant Cardone on Power Players. Thanks for joining me and Lewis.